Welcome to the Google Sites Basic Tutorial Module number 10, where we'll look at how you can share your site with other people, have several people working on the site together, and track the results of your site, so what kind of impact your site is having. So the first thing we'll look at is how you can share your site, have several people working on the site together, and what the options are for that, because you maybe want different people having different levels of ability to make changes to the site. And then we'll have a look at how you could get notifications when any changes are made to your site, so you can track what's happening on your site. And finally, we're going to look at how does Google Analytics work, which is sort of the industry standard system for tracking the results that your website is having and how people use your site. It's very interesting technology. So one of the great things about Google Sites is because they're stored online, you can share the process of site development and site contents input with several people. Let's see how that works. So you go to More Actions, and then this section here, the Site Permissions. And then in there, this dialog box will come up. Now the first option on the dialog box is what type of permission you want to allow. So in the private setting, it's only the people listed below that can access. And generally speaking, when you're making a website, that's the type of permission that you want to address. So if you want to add a new person to have this type of permission, then you just make sure that you know their email address. It's best if they have a Gmail address, but if they don't, that's okay too. And then you just insert their email address here. If there's more than one person, you put a comma in between the email addresses. So 3 different options about what type of permission they have. If they're an owner, they can change anything on the site. So they can change the site structure, the navigation, etc., etc. If it can edit, then the level of permission is basically to edit contents on the pages, but they're not able to change things like the site structure. It's a little bit safer in the sense that if someone doesn't really know what they're doing and they're owner level, they could probably make some changes that would have massive impact on your site, which could be a problem. But if they can edit, if they're only edit level, then they can make changes to the content, but they can't change things like the sidebar and the navigation, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and make this owner level, and then you just click share, and basically they will receive an email that tells them that you've added them as an editor or an owner of the website, and then they can just log on the same like you do and start making changes to the site. So another thing that you can do, especially it's good to do if you're sort of the admin, you're taking care of a site and then there's several other people working on the site and you want to keep track of what they're doing, is you go to More Actions and you select this thing called Notification, which is under here. So subscribe to site changes. So you will be notified when changes are made to this site. So any changes by anyone, you will get an email that tells you what's happened and who's done it and when they did it and what they did, which is quite useful for people who are trying to keep track about how a site is being used by other people, or developed by other people, I guess. So now we'll have a look at another really great Google product, which is called Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics is a service provided by Google free of charge that allows you to have a look at how your site is being used and how your site is performing. So if you want to go there, you just do what I just did, which is go into Google and type in Google Analytics. This is the URL, google.com/analytics, and you just click on here to access analytics. And if you haven't done it before, you click on sign up now and sign up for it. And then once you're using analytics to track a few different websites, you'll be opened like this with a window that shows you all the different websites that you're tracking. It shows you right here which of your sites are performing well, which of them have gone up in terms of usage, which of them have gone down in terms of usage, and then you can go in and get a little bit more of a look. It'll give you an overview of how many visitors you've had to your site in the last month or the last year or the last week. You can select whichever setting it is that you're interested in having a look at. So generally speaking, you're tracking month by month, and a web master, somebody who's dealing with a website and looking at how to make it effective, should go in and check this, at least once a month. Probably more often is a good idea. So let's have a look at this site, which gets a fair amount of traffic. If you click in on one of the sites, you'll have this option to view a report, and then you go into the report and it'll show you quite a bit of information about how that website is used. So it'll show you day by day how your traffic is going up and or down. So you can see on this date we had 19 visits on this site. On this date we had 46. And of course, as a webmaster, you kind of want to know why. So why did you have so many visitors on certain peak dates? And is there things that you can do to your website that will increase the traffic in that way? It'll show you more information about your visitors, including where they come from. If you click on this report, it'll give you information about the origin of those visitors, with the darker color being the ones that will have the most visitors. You can just go over this map and have a look. And further down the page, it'll give you the actual number per country. And you can go even deeper, so you can click in on a country and see, within that country, where was your highest visitors. So with this website, we're getting the highest amount of visitors from Jakarta, and then after that, we're getting it from the Denpasar region, so Bali, etc. To get back to the main dashboard, you just click on here. So is it coming through search engines? Is it direct traffic to people who already know the name of your website? Or even more importantly, maybe, is the referring sites. So if you click on this report, it'll give you more detail about that, including what the top traffic sources are. So you can see which sites are performing well for you in terms of linkage, and also when people are searching for your site, say through Google, what are the words that they're searching for, so you can increase your content relating to those words and get more traffic for things that are popular about your site. And then last but not least, with Google Analytics, is also looking at your content overview. So this is about which of your pages are the most popular on your website. So if you click down here, you'll get a very detailed report about that, and this will give you a sense of who your audience is and what they're interested in, and you can keep building your site based on your audience interests. You can output these types of reports very easily from Google Analytics if you want to share them with clients or donors or other people. So you just simply click on the export button and you can produce a PDF with lots of different settings. It's really up to you what you need. There's a lot of functionality in Google Analytics. So when you want to set up analytics for a new site, you just go to Google Analytics. So that's the Google Analytics official website. And if you already have analytics, you access, and if you haven't, you sign up. So we're going to access analytics here. And then for a new account, you go here to My Analytics Accounts, Create New Account, Sign Up. And you just type in the URL of the website you want to track. So I'm going to use my personal website for this. and the account name is petrobelly.com, and it's based in Indonesia. So just find the Indonesia setting in that time zone, continue, and the contact information, and my country is Indonesia, continue, and then that you agree to the conditions of using it, and create the new account. Now, with a Google site, it's a little bit unique how you do this. So you don't need to use this code. You just click on Save and Finish. This is one of the great things about, different Google products. They work well together. And then in here you'll have, this is the URL, and then you'll have this code here. So you just copy that code, and then go back to the website, the actual petrobelly.com. So that's this website. And then you click on More Actions, Manage Site, General, and you just click Enable Google Analytics for this site, and then paste that code into the place where it goes. And that's how you do it, and then you would save your... So once you've set up the code for the Google Analytics and activated it'll usually take about a month before that starts working and giving you feedback. And yeah, as I said earlier, it's good to keep an eye on that, especially in the early days when you're still learning about what makes your website work. So I think that's it for this module, which is the site sharing and tracking. And yeah, best of luck with your Google site. I hope you really enjoy it.